Gervonta Davis isn't taking any chances as he prepares to correct every mistake from his last fight against the bigger, taller Jake Paul. And the way he's doing it has even caught the attention of Floyd Mayweather himself. Floyd Mayweather, in a recent interview, opened up about Gervonta Davis, his upcoming fight with Jake Paul, and the intense training sessions leading up to it. Floyd said, "I see what he's doing. If he's chasing the bag, I can't hate on that. If this fight gives him the kind of money he wants for retirement, then why not? It's a smart move. And from what I've seen, the work he's putting in is insane. The intensity, the focus, everything. So it's not just about the money anymore. It's about proving something and putting on a real show."
Excitement, so I'm pretty sure it's going to be an exciting event, and people from all around.
It's a dangerous sport, and sometimes taking the safer route for a bigger payday just makes sense. He's determined to make up for what went wrong in the Lamont Roach fight. And even though he's not facing the opponent boxing fans were hoping for, his training sessions have been nothing short of impressive.
Let's go.
In the new training footage, Gervonta Davis showcases an extraordinary, one-of-a-kind skill set, snapping through punch routines at lightning speed with his padman as he prepares for Jake Paul. And in that video, you can truly see the brilliance at work. It's a rare kind of talent, one that almost mirrors the signature training style Floyd Mayweather perfected years ago.
Deep breath in, out all the way. Oh, good. There you go. Yes, sir.
The training footage didn't just capture a boxer in the gym. It showed a man burning with more passion, intensity, and hunger than the one who stepped into the ring last time, when the fight ended in a draw. "This isn't just another match or an exhibition," he said as the video opened. "It's the return of Gervonta Tank Davis." And you could see the change everywhere. His days now start before sunrise with a morning jog and end the same way, with another one. Between those runs, every hour is structured around a meticulously balanced diet designed to give his body exactly what it needs to perform at its peak.
Very, very big moment. What is your normal day-to-day like at this time of a camp?
I'm also a night person, but I might go to sleep probably around like 3 to 4. Probably wake up probably like 11, get my run in, and then eat, probably lay back down, and then wake up probably like 6 or 7 and get my night workout in.
Damn, so you're doing 2-a-days at this point.
How you put your balance felt like?
And when it comes to his body weight, for the first time in a long while, Tank has become deliberate, focusing on building muscle to boost his strength and power. The WBA lightweight champion found himself stunned in his last fight when he realized his punches weren't landing with the same impact. That moment changed everything. Now he's obsessed with coming back stronger, knowing his next opponent, Jake Paul, is the bigger man. Tank believes that to beat someone heavier, he can't just match him. He has to outdo him in every single way.
Stop closing up and let it go. Keep turning, step around.
I know I can beat him. I've beaten bigger guys before. This isn't about him. It's about me. I just need to do everything better. And that mindset is exactly why his training has been pushed to new levels. Tank can be seen drilling punch routines with his padman, every movement sharp and deliberate. But what truly stands out is the precision, the rhythm, the speed, the flawless coordination that makes it all look almost choreographed. Critics might call it cherry-picking or ducking, but the truth is clear for anyone watching. Gervonta Davis's skill and power are undeniable. And with this new training footage, he's reminding the boxing world of that once again. When it comes to Tank's power, people have long debated that it could easily rival that of a middleweight, given his insane knockout ratio. While his career has been built on raw strength, he's got the skill to match it, and that was on full display during his latest training sessions. Critics often say he tends to lose the early rounds, taking time to study his opponent, which could hurt him against a more technical fighter. So this time, his training wasn't just about power. He focused on muscle flexibility, strength, and endurance, pushing his body in new ways. One major change stood out. Tank now goes through grueling sparring sessions that stretch to 15 rounds per partner, with each round lasting 5 full minutes.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Oh, there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. Take deep breath when you want. Take deep breath. Right. Take deep breath.
The goal behind all this is simple: to boost his endurance and athleticism. Gervonta "Tank" Davis has started dedicating more time to his footwork, making sure his movement becomes smoother and more fluid against Jake Paul, who's bigger but slower. On top of that, Davis spends long, focused minutes shadowboxing, perfecting his rhythm, and hammering away at the mitts and punching bags with precision and intent. Interestingly, the biggest and most meaningful change in Tank's training might just be the return of his longtime head trainer, Calvin Ford. For the first time in his career, Ford wasn't in Gervonta Davis's corner during the Lamont Roach fight, and it's hard to call it a coincidence that the match didn't go his way. But Davis was quick to calm the noise, saying, "I've got Calvin back in the gym now. He just needed to come back and make sure everything was right. Coach Barry's here too. Everyone's here, and the mission stays the same." Still, while Tank wanted Ford in his corner for the upcoming March 1st fight, the veteran coach had his own reasons for stepping back from this one.
Together, you know, Roach and him back and forth battles and whatnot. It's going to be a pretty interesting fight. You understand? Because Roach.
You see, for years, fans were used to the familiar sight of Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis by Tank's side. It was like the bond between Mike Tyson and Cus D'Amato. In today's world, you could even compare it to Canelo and Eddie Reynoso, or Pacquiao and Freddie Roach. That's how strong the connection was between Gervonta Davis, Calvin Ford, and Kenny Ellis. So when Barry Hunter showed up in Davis's corner instead, it just didn't feel right to fans. Everyone wondered what caused the sudden change. In a chat with Fight Hub TV, Calvin Ford finally opened up. Davis was fighting his second PBC Amazon Prime Video pay-per-view card. And beyond the main event, the show at Barclays was stacked with thrilling bouts, including 2 light welterweight title fights.
Go away and be
But you specifically?
me. First of all, I get a camp house, out here. like day one in the camp, I start running probably like, it's different times. I might.
After wrapping up his workout, he looked straight into the camera and said, "Taking it all out on November 14th. The clip went viral instantly. Davis has some serious hand speed. One fan wrote. Another chimed in, simply incredible. Someone else added, he's just on another level, so talented. And then, a keen-eyed viewer pointed out, bet nobody noticed he's a natural southpaw doing this in an orthodox stance. Look at that foot placement. He's really on a different level. Soon, predictions started flooding in. Tank versus Roach isn't going to last long, one comment read. Another fan summed it up perfectly. He looks fight-ready now. And truth be told, Gervonta Davis looks more than ready to face Jake Paul under the bright lights on fight night. Bet nobody noticed. He's a natural southpaw. Yet he's pulling this off in an orthodox stance. And with that perfect foot placement, it's clear he's operating on a whole different level. Fans quickly jumped in with predictions for his next fight, with one writing, Tank versus Roach isn't going to last very long. Another viewer added, he looks fight-ready now. And honestly, they're right. Gervonta Davis looks more prepared than ever to step into the ring and take on Jake Paul when fight night arrives.
In the footage,
Gervonta Davis is seen hammering the punching bag, his trainer holding the pads as Tank fires away with blinding speed. Before that, he spent several minutes shadowboxing, his movements sharp and focused, before transitioning to the mitts. The highlight of this entire session was one thing: speed. Pure, unstoppable speed. And when you mix that with the raw power of an undefeated fighter, the result is a recipe for a devastating knockout. Tank looks ready to be even more explosive in the rematch against Lamont Roach, determined to deliver the kind of punches his opponent won't even see coming. Inside Davis's camp, the belief is clear. The only reason Roach survived those shots last time was because he saw them coming. If he hadn't, he'd have ended up like the other 28 men who couldn't make it past Tank's power. The footage was jaw-dropping. Fans flooded the comments, and even boxing champions and legends joined in the praise. After an intense round of bodywork, Davis went straight to the mitts and heavy bag, testing his punch power, then sparred a few rounds with an unknown partner before finally catching a short break. Later, a post on X showed him pounding the heavy bag for a full hour without rest. A pure display of endurance and discipline. Because in the end, it's grueling sessions like these that forge true champions. Of course, Gervonta Davis's championship status is undeniable. But what truly deserves praise is his incredible display of power, athleticism, and sheer determination. And soon enough, he looks ready to turn Jake Paul into his own personal punching bag. While Paul may appear confident, he'll have to back up all that talk inside the ring if he wants even a glimpse of survival against Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the most feared man in the lightweight division. The American star has also been showing off his incredible shape lately, looking nearly at his peak fighting weight. In a recent photo, he posed with his sculpted physique on full display, a clear reminder that he's still locked in, still hungry, and far from done with the sport.
Oh, there you go. 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 Take deep breaths when you want. Take deep breaths. Right. Take deep breaths.
And that's exactly what fans have started to notice. Many believe this could be a clear sign that Tank might make a U-turn on his rumored retirement, especially since he looks more motivated than ever. One fan commented, And you guys really think he's going to retire? Another wrote, I thought he wasn't in good shape, that he wasn't disciplined. He always used to gain weight between fights, but this guy looks serious now. Someone else added, he looks incredible. Wow, Jake Paul is in trouble. There's no way he's retiring after this. And another fan chimed in, he's got to fight Shakur Stevenson and Lamont Roach. You can't walk away from the sport looking like that.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
One final fan, however, wasn't as optimistic, saying Davis was just getting in shape to knock out someone who never stood a chance against him in a million years. And now, the question lingers. If Tank does take down Jake Paul again, who's left for him to fight next?
Come on, man. We want to get Tank over here and fight. Man, I already know what y'all gonna do. Yeah. But every time I say something, it's like I'm hating.
As for Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, their relationship hit a rough patch over the past year, and fans are just hoping things can finally turn around. The lowest point came when Floyd didn't just pick sides against Davis in his last fight. He behaved in a way few expected from a boxing legend. After Tank's loss, Floyd seemed almost eager to distance himself. His Instagram post about the fight being canceled wasn't the end of it. He went further, calling what should have been an easy win for Davis a 50-50 fight, and even offered Frank Martin advice on how to beat him. This time, the feud between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis went so far that Floyd actually called up Davis's opponent, Frank Martin, in secret, offering him tips on how to beat Tank. Whether those words were ignored or simply not enough, no one knows. But on fight night, it all came crashing down. Frank Martin started strong, putting on a solid performance in the early rounds, but just 1 minute and 49 seconds into the 8th, a thunderous punch from Gervonta Davis sent him flat to the canvas, sealing Tank's 30th career victory in spectacular fashion. But that wasn't even the real problem. The real issue lay in Floyd Mayweather's involvement. His ongoing feud with Gervonta Davis had turned into one of boxing's most dramatic mentor versus protege clashes in years. In one of his pre-fight interviews, Frank Martin admitted that Floyd had actually helped him prepare for the fight, supposedly as a way to get back at Davis for showing him disrespect.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what does being around a guy like Floyd do for you?
He could tell you, go run at 2 in the morning. You know, go do it when, cause 9 out of 10, we know your opponent sleep at that time. So go run at 2 in the morning and go get yourself a...
It shocked both fans and boxing insiders when Frank Martin revealed that he'd been getting advice from none other than Gervonta Davis's former mentor and promoter, Floyd Mayweather. In one of Davis's latest interviews with Jay Hill, he made some jaw-dropping claims, especially about Floyd. He opened up about the tension between them, saying that Mayweather had always secretly wanted to see him lose. And sadly, Floyd nearly got his wish. But even then, Mayweather didn't stay silent. Instead, he seemed intent on throwing Davis off his game ahead of his world title fight. One last distraction before the two would eventually find their way back to some form of reconciliation.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great.
But here's what really went down. Gervonta "Tank" Davis was once the prized protege of boxing legend Floyd Mayweather. But now, the two don't even speak. Their fallout was public, messy, and hard to miss. Yet out of that chaos, Davis didn't crumble. He grew. He became sharper in the ring, stronger mentally, and an even bigger star both in America and across the world. In an interview on the Mr. J. Hill podcast, Davis finally broke his silence and revealed what really happened between him and Mayweather.
Situation now,
What?
came out still on top.
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just it was a situation that he put me in to, make me lose, but he thought I was gonna lose.
You talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Pedraza. Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0.
Once you finally get close to someone you've always looked up to, like Floyd Mayweather, you start to see they're not exactly who they pretend to be. It's disappointing, and honestly, it hurts. With Floyd, there were moments where he put me in situations I couldn't win, like my first world title fight against Jose Pedraza. They told me straight up, "You have to fight him. If you don't, you'll be shelved." Around that time, I got evicted from my place and even had to sell my car. And deep down, I know Floyd did that on purpose.
What want to talk about? We got
Real quick,
What's up?
Tab, actually, I just wanted to say I saw Gervonta Davis was in here for a minute. I don't know if he's still in here. I know he
Tank-
has his big...
Tank on here?
Yeah, Tank.
Tank?
Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if he's...
Still, both men have gone their separate ways. And while the tension may linger, they've never completely ignored each other's presence. For Davis, Floyd is still somewhere in the picture, even if just in the distance. And that's where things stand for now. For more updates, stories, and behind-the-scenes moments from the world of boxing, make sure you stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss when we drop something new. Until next time, peace out. Peace.